Hello. Someone gonna speak?
So how would you like the ending of the book? How was the ending of the book?
Were you looking at me when I say this?
I'm looking.
You know what? All I'm gonna say is I was right. I said that they were gonna end up meeting up in the end, and I was right.
Well, two of them did. Two of them.
Okay, two of them. I'm sorry.
Not all of them.
Sorry that those are in Germany, and you get one lady from America isn't gonna come.
Joseph's little sister and Mohammed meet up in the end.
There you go.
Because she takes him into their house after they get into Germany. Safety.
And then
She takes him
Mohammed's
in.
brother dies at sea, and then freaking God.
Not a strong swimmer. Not a strong swimmer.
That made me sad. I like Waleed, man.
Well, Waleed was on the boat, and like just happened that he just freaking passed away because only so many people can survive through that, especially being a kid like that.
It's true.
I'd survive.
How old did they say he was?
He was
like 6,
Yeah,
5,
he's
6.
not-
No. Yeah, probably.
Well, he was young, but he was like a kid.
He was little.
Not college.
You know what? I'd survive.
He was like paranoid
I have
too.
7 more lives. Yeah. He's pretty weird. I mean, he just
so
never
the sister that got put onto the boat.
No, what
That's the
happened
one that survived all the way through to the.
there? Wrong people.
So that's not.
No, you're talking about Joseph.
So Joseph's
The
sister.
little sister survived.
Because
And then-
it was him and his sister, then his mom and dad.
And then the little sister meets with Mohammed in the end of the book. Of Mohammed's story, he meets Joseph's sister.
How does that happen?
They get to Germany, like they get to where they're safe, and then she brings them into their house or her house.
And it just happens
And
that
she's
she
like
And it
nice.
happens, yeah.
She's like 90 years old.
It happened. Like she kind of had the same situation in her life, which was with Joseph.
she tells the past about how Yosef basically like kind of sacrificed himself for allowing her to live, and then the Nazis took him off to the camp. If you were in their mother's situation, who would you choose to sacrifice
I would probably,
or save?
I
Her.
would save the little girl too, just because she's younger.
Nope. Get rid of the girl. You've known the guy longer.
That's true, but
You're like, I don't know you as well. Get out of here.
see, what would they do with the baby if she?
I think.
That
Do you think they just kill her?
I would think so. I would save the kid, the girl, because Yosef is
Has a fighting chance.
he's technically a man.
Yeah, he's
now.
got a fighting shot at surviving, but the
And-
baby has a 0 chance.
In the
Yeah.
camp, he could fight for himself. The baby, she's like a little girl. They're not gonna take care
Wait,
of her.
she was a baby back then?
She wasn't a baby.
She
but
was a baby. She was really
pretty.
little.
Yeah, see? Someone will.
She was like
4.
a toddler.
Get rid of her. Put her in there. Save the kid. Save the guy.
Burned down.
Sometimes they'll try to raise them like that though, because you know, like some Jewish people actually operated the camps because they were like super strict towards their own kind.
Oh, really?
They're gonna raise them like that, but I would assume that wouldn't have happened.
What about Leto sacrificing himself to save everybody else, man?
Well, he wanted to go back anyways.
Yeah, that's true, but still, he was like right there with freedom.
Wait, so what happened with that?
He didn't take it because he wanted to save everybody else.
Yeah.
Would you guys do the same thing if you were in his shoes? Like if your family was, would you like do what he did and wave help at that Coast Guard to save the rest of your family, save them and let them escape?
If I wanted to go back, yes. But
Yeah.
If not, I just grabbed somebody else, like one of the neighbors. Like, get out of here.
So basically, they were like 30 yards away from the land, and they were very close to land. The Coast Guard's like coming to get them because they're technically not. They're wet feet, so they're gonna send them back to Cuba. And so then Leto's like, "Hey, I'm drowning. I'm jumping off the boat. I'm drowning. Come save me." And so then the Coast Guard goes to get Leto, and they take him. And then by the time they get Leto out of the water, they've paddled and they're on land already. So the Coast Guard's like, gotta send him back. And so then at the very end, it's Isabel crawling on land with this. She's crawling on land. This woman comes up and she's speaking in Spanish, like, "Hey, are you okay? What happened? Did you come from Cuba?" All that.
Yep.
Did the guy that got bit by the shark, he died. Dead, right?
I
He did
believe
that.
He bleeded out and died.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, I was gonna throw his body if he was still alive. 'Cause
Yeah, he was kind of like an off character. Like,
Yeah, no, nothing really paid attention
yeah,
to
I
him.
didn't really hear from him.
That shark paid attention to him.
Did pay attention. I would have probably grabbed the dad was still alive, like not Isabella's dad, but the neighbor's dad.
Oh, Costello.
Yeah, he was still alive, so I would have threw him off.
Did you hear what happened like towards the end? Like what happened to Isabel? Like she's back towards the end. She's like in school playing the trumpet.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
how, yeah, that's how it finished.
that's how it finished. Yeah.
It's pretty nutty.
Mm-hmm.
Go through all that and go back to freaking school.
Well, I mean,
You think
it's what's
Isabel?
gonna happen later on in life.
Well, I understand that, but you went through all that. I mean, it's kind of crazy to go from one spot to another.
Well,
and
again, she didn't do it
everything,
right away. It probably took her a little while.
Do you think
but-
is?
Well, I know
Yeah.
that.
Do you think
It
that?
wasn't like the day after that they came back from, oh, let's go to school.
Yeah.
Have to.
You think Isabel is living a normal life now, or lived a normal life right after they got right when they got there? Do you think she?
For the most part, I think. For the most part.
So wait, would like ICE be after him?
No, because they were given refugee status,
Okay.
and so they would become American
So they
citizens.
got pretty much everything. So now they're Americans.
So who all survived that? Who was all with her?
Well, you got neighbor's dad, mom,
Mm-hmm. Isabel herself.
her, the neighbor, the kid,
The dad
and
Their dad.
their dad, mother,
and
the mother, the baby inside the mother,
Mm-hmm.
and then the guy who got bit by a shark, his girlfriend thing.
Yep.
And she didn't have any brothers or sisters.
no, I think
That's it. So 8 people.
And the mom had the baby,
I
right?
counted that one.
The mom, I know, but the mom had the baby on American waters.
So it's American.
Yeah.
The baby is a citizen. So
That's money. So I say something.
Did they never change that sock out? That sock that they put in the hole?
I don't know how. The thing's gotta be like crusty and
Oh, it's all wet. Yuck.
Put it back on.
Imagine putting on wet socks. Wet jeans are.
They're pretty bad. Like I would have said, I mean, I would have cut people's fingers off. Draw the short straw, you put finger in there, just cut her off.
I think it's pretty cool how like Isabel's story starts with a trumpet, like her just involves the trumpet, and then ends
Oh, I went full
with
circle.
the trumpet. Yeah.
What about who was it? Was it Joseph or was it Mahmoud about being this incognito boy?
Muhammad. Muhammad.
Whatever.
And it was Muhammad.
Did he ever have to use that?
I don't think they
With
ever
the,
brought
dis-
that
with the
back.
disappear, no. They never brought
They
that
never
back.
brought
I really thought that they would.
I thought, yeah, me too.
I was like, it was going to be perfect.
He had to hide, and then he's just gonna disappear from everybody. No, didn't happen.
Who do you think's story was
Put it back in the
craziest?
truck.
Jew.
Yeah.
I think so. I think it was Joseph.
You think so? I honestly think Mahmoud. Then gets put in the back of the truck. I mean, he doesn't die, but
Muhammad.
He doesn't die, but he gets put in the back of a truck and like goes sent to prison. Him and his dad. And they have no
That-
clue.
I mean-
For a while, they have no clue where the mom is.
He was getting shot at a lot.
Dude has the ultimate price. He probably
They get
goes.
they get on the boat and they're like, okay, we're gonna be saved. We're gonna, this is awesome. We're
Yeah.
gonna be saved. They go to Cuba and they're like, no, you can't come here. And then
Then they get to France.
Then-
so then
no,
they think
then they get to
Go
Miami. They get to
Yeah.
Miami and the U.S. government will let them in. And so then they send them back to France. Or first they go to England.
No, that's where they were going to go to, and then they stopped at France.
I don't think they went directly to France. I think they went
No,
somewhere.
they stopped multiple places.
They just went to like another place.
Yeah, but when they got to France, that's when he thought he was like free.
Mhm.
They were getting down. I have it in here when
They
they get there and
All the way.
Joseph sees one dude get on the ground and kiss the ground, and Joseph was so happy he thought about doing the same thing, but his hands were full. And then so he's got all these feelings like he's saved, he's free, and then they ended up just getting taken over by Germany. France is taking over Germany, and all that like happiness and relief is gone.
Well, they went to like, does that say Antwerp?
Antwerp. It's not an
Or you're right there is no M. Wow, I am retarded.
look up
And
how
then they wouldn't take it, and then they went Rotterdam. Wouldn't take them, and then they go woo. Then they get into like France, and that's when they get screwed.
look up the mileage from where did they take off from?
Hamburg.
Look up the mileage from Hamburg to Cuba.
Well, actually, they left Berlin, so I mean they went.
look up the mileage from Berlin to Cuba.
And then you're gonna go Cuba to Miami.
Yep.
Okay. Well, no, stop. No, go Berlin to Hamburg because they started there and then went there.
Let's see how long he traveled. How many miles?
Pull out your phone. All right, get the math going here. That's kilometers.
288.8 kilometers.
You want to go hours? Just see how long, like how many hours and stuff.
Sure.
3 hours 8 minutes.
That's the.
So like write it down. I got a pencil.
Oh, that's from Berlin to Hamburg.
Yeah, here. You got a piece of paper. Here's a pencil. And then go 3 hours 8 minutes. Here.
Went backwards.
3 8.
While you guys are doing this, who was your favorite character? In my opinion, I think it was the father of Muhammad.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
hilarious.
Dude, he's just
Oh my
freaking, oh my
yeah.
god,
Oh my
like
God.
joking around the whole time, no matter what was happening.
Hamburg to Cuba. Oh yeah, it was pretty funny.
Especially the Angry Birds thing.
He was able to stay calm through the whole time.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
And keep Mahmoud like calm.
Do you
You
think
got 3 hours 8 minutes.
Yep.
Okay. Hamburg to what? Cuba.
It's just such a like a big difference between all like the parents and all that. Because you could, the one that was trying to go crazy and jump off the freaking boat. One trying to save the family, and the other one's just freaking joke around the whole time.
Do you think you could react in a similar fashion?
Like 26 days.
Like in like real
Oh
life.
god,
Mhm.
26
I
days.
tried to.
Okay,
It's not,
you
it
ready
wouldn't,
for the
it
next
wouldn't
one?
be something easy though, you know.
Okay, so now we're gonna go Cuba to Miami. By boat. Go maps.
Do we know the mileage so far?
No,
Okay.
we're just going. It's not gonna tell me. That sucks. Oh, because you saw it by boat. Just go. There's 15 answers. This should only be. But I don't know. I was more of a Joseph kind of guy.
Long story short, he traveled, I bet, roughly 55 days.
What? It was like 26.
26,
So 26 down back.
so that's
gonna
52.
be, yeah, so 52.
And
And then
let's
I'd
give
say,
another 3 days for.
No, I'm gonna say you got 5 days out of the rest of them.
Okay, so forget it. 57.
Whatever happened to
Still, that's a lot.
Shine Dick?
Well, that's the
general.
germ. No, that was.
This German guy.
What was the German guy?
Did anything ever happen to him?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
He didn't like show back up. He never showed back up after he got dead. I would have thought that as soon
I
as
thought
they-
he was gonna do something. I don't know. Just
Oh,
just do
yeah.
something to screw up Joseph's whole entire
Oh yeah.
plan of freedom.
What last?
Wait, what happened to the? I mean, I remember the dad jumping off, and then he got on the boat, and then he just disappeared.
Oh,
Yeah.
what did you say?
Joseph's dad
He never came back up.
never came.
They saved him, but I don't know where they took him.
Yeah.
They never talked about him.
He's gone.
Oh,
He might have made it to Cuba, or they killed him. One of the
I
two.
think the Cuban guys took him.
He's probably in Cuban jail.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
That's
though.
that's probably a lot better than concentration camp.
Than his
Yeah.
jail.
How would you guys feel if you go to Mahmoud's spot after being put in the back of a truck and knowing you're going to prison for God knows what reason, and you have zero clue where your mom and brother are?
That'd be just nuts.
Yeah.
Oh,
I couldn't even
Totally
imagine.
different.
Yeah.
I'd probably jump out of the truck. Oh, can't catch
But then they'd probably kill you, shoot you.
I'd survive.
Well, I'd at least try to do something. I wouldn't sit in the back of the truck just waiting to go to jail for the rest of my life.
I would get there and then try to ask why, but I wouldn't fight while I'm in the truck. 'Cause if you just try getting out, man, they're just gonna.
Yeah, pop it. Kill you. You're dead.
Go from the hood down, baby.
Going back to Seth. Going back to Joseph. What is that's 8 weeks. What can you do in 8 weeks? That's practically the football season.
You're pretty
Yeah.
much bored the whole time, considering you're on a boat for 52 of those days. Which that's eat food, walk around, look at the water. That's about it.
Think about that. Our time from Princeton to Spring Valley Hall is spent on a boat.
Yeah, that'd suck.
How'd they get all those resources, though? I mean, they had.
Oh, it's a ship. It's
gigantic.
They're
I
prepared.
understand
They're
that,
prepared.
but that's just kind of. That's a lot of stuff, man.
I bet they probably
Got some stuff from Cuba,
maybe.
from Miami.
maybe they get that. Maybe
I
they're
bet maybe
stop
the
it.
police, maybe the Cuban police is like, okay, well, we can't take you, but here's a little bit of whatnots to get you by.
Yeah.
Didn't they
What
have
would you
a
guys
feast
do?
like right before they got there too?
Maybe.
Yeah, because they're happy and it's like we're gonna be saved tomorrow.
And then they're stuck there.
And tomorrow never comes.
Oh yeah, it never comes.
Would you guys go absolutely nuts if you had to freaking stay on that boat that whole time?
I'd find something to do. I'd start messing with people all the time.
But
How'd
the
you-
only thing you can do is look out in the water, and there's nothing else but you in the water.
I'd get a fishing pole, and I'd be on the deck above, and people walking with hats. I'd hook the hat. Hat flies right.
Steal their hat.
How would you guys feel?
And then I'd walk right past them as I'm wearing
How
it.
would you guys
Where-
feel in Joseph's shoes, though, showing up to France, thinking
You're
you're
good.
free and you're fine, and
You're-
all that was
You're given
it's all worth it.
You're given refugee status.
And then it gets taken by Germany.
Oh,
And
well.
that's all been.
Did you know that they get taken like a week before everything was shut down?
Yourself.
They got killed like almost like a week before everything got shut down, before France got raided again by Germany, and they all died like a week before.
Oh, you mean like before all the camps got shut down and stuff?
Mhm.
Oh, that's gotta suck.
Sure.
When Joseph
Oh, wait.
died,
Didn't like Anne Frank
That was Anne-
make it
Anne
that
Frank.
week?
And Frank had the
was
same
away.
exact thing too. Yeah.
She made it the week of or a couple days before, and she died.
Yeah.
Buffalo.
It was like the last remaining concentration camp
That'd be literally the worst feeling
in the world.
in the world. Just like all again. What did USA? USA. How long was?
57.
We were
Some
probably
days,
thinking like
57
almost
days.
60 days. We'll
Basically,
just say
it was
60.
it was 8 weeks.
60 days of being scared that you're gonna get caught or you're gonna get sent back and you're just gonna get put in a concentration camp. You're gonna die, and then realizing that you're free or you think you're free and it's all good, and then boom, it's just gone again.
And you're back.
That's like you just give up.
but the problem with that, not very many Jewish. I guess that towards the end they would have known, not towards the beginning. They didn't know concentration camps were just like smokehouses where you just died. They just thought it was actually something like
Like a,
Well, that
like
they
a
go
person
go
like
in
work
and
camp.
like you'd have to work for someone.
Well,
Well,
Joseph's dad knew what it was.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, but that was deeper into it, and I forgot that.
And they also didn't. He was also batshit crazy.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
nuts.
So they
It's
didn't
bad.
know. Yeah. So they didn't entirely believe him.
Yeah,
Who's your least favorite character?
Isabel.
it's gotta be Isabel, but even that story was good.
It was just decent.
I really liked the part when Lito jumped back in to save him. Though I thought that was pretty sweet.
I just kept getting confused that it said Senor Costello, and I thought it kept saying Senor Castro. I'm like, why is he here?
Why is he-
He was there.
was-
He
he
was
was a
there the
poster.
whole
He
time.
was a poster.
He was on one of the signs in the bottom of the boat that they welded to the boat.
Why is he here?
Like, where did you come from?
I came from the bottom of the boat.
He's sleeping down there for months.
It was actually him, just laying down there.
Oh yeah. It's his whole body under the boat, but his head's just right there. Sign is welded to his head.
Welded to skin.
Yes.
So there's quite a few people that passed during the book.
Yeah,
There was
Waleed.
Wally, Joseph, most likely.
We're gonna go with.
Joseph.
The guy got by the shark.
Let's stop. We gotta start from one story individually. Let's go Joseph. Got him
Joseph.
and his dad.
I'm assuming dad probably died.
Mother died?
Let's go people that
No.
are that disappeared.
No, mother.
Mother and got her and the daughter went back to safety.
Oh, so it's and the dad.
Father
him
and the dad.
And then you go to the Cuban girl. You have. Now are we gonna count her grandfather, even though we know he's alive?
No.
What happened with the
No.
grandfather?
He
Take
jumped
him
out of the boat.
Oh.
Anyways, you have the guy that got bit by the shark. God, there's another one. What is it? No, it's the only
That's
one.
it. So there's three. Got Waleed.
Yep.
Wally.
The dad.
I like Wally.
Dad dies, yeah. That's five.
Well, you got to go with the sister. The sister, she just disappears. We don't know what happened to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go disappearance. We don't know what happened.
Mother.
Mother's the same as it. It's implied that the mother died because they gave away the baby.
And then the dad. Dad. So he's the only one. So she just takes him in.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 then?
Seven, eight.
Yeah.
7, 8 people died. All three of them died or
crazy.
disappeared.
Think about that.
That's pretty nutty though. Especially like a household family. And then like some neighbors or whatever you want to say.
Here's that quote when Joseph, or not Joseph, Mohammed figured out he was going to prison. When he said he was talking to his dad, and he said maybe they're taking us to Australia, and then another man said no, they're taking us to prison.
That would suck.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're taking you to jail. You're never gonna get out. Did he ever figure out why they brought him to jail? I don't think he did.
I'd bet it's probably for just trying to flee the country.
Yeah.
They probably got him on that.
Well, see, there was other refugees there. There was
Yeah.
more of them. So
Wait, what
it's
country
all from
arrested
like
him?
alienation or whatever the hell that's called.
I'd bet it was probably Turkey arrested them.
But they
But
left
Turkey
though.
probably Turkey. Well, what country were they in that had the refugees
Oh wait, with all the
with the
all
refugee camps?
Oh, that was Turkey.
That was
Yeah,
Turkey.
And then they left on the boat.
I bet Turkey arrested them and then sent them back to Syria into a Syrian camp because that's what would happen if we left. If someone was left like Mexico illegally, they would capture them and send them to America, or America would fight to get them. How do you think? What do you guys think of?
No, he.
Hold on a second.
No, don't. He's good.
I'm sorry. He he leaves Syria, gets to Turkey, and then he gets on the water, and then he just keeps going up. So he never gets sent back.
Okay.
He ends up making it to Germany. So I don't know.
He must have been in an Austrian camp.
Is that a Muhammad's journey?
Yeah.
So
What it says right
look
there.
at a
It says
Joseph. Look at.
Muhammad's
Well, I couldn't see it because you had it bent over. What's Joseph? So did you guys know that he like tried to go from he tried to get into like Mexico, they wouldn't take him. They tried to go into Canada, they wouldn't take him. So then he got thrown back.
He didn't go.
Because
I don't think so, John.
No. In the book, it says something about them trying to get into different parts, so then they could just stay where they're at and then not get passed back to Germany and then die.
Oh.
And then
I
that's
know what
when
you're
he
saying.
gets back, and then they're like,
Those crack on my neck.
I'm just sitting there going to crack my.
Oh yes!
Oh! It's still going. It's still going.
They caught it when I said I was going to
days.
pause it. Yeah, pause it.